Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. So continuing our series of this week's summons and going over these characters, we have done Gnosis Dahlia breakdown, we've done Regina's breakdown, now we're doing Iota's breakdown. So Iota is a fun character that a lot of people really like. Shiro had a little bit of a Iota arc with his channel that is no longer here, RIP. But she is pretty helpful in a lot of PvE content. I have not seen her very much in PvP. However, I do know she was useful in PvP until Gnosis Nella came around and is basically just kind of better Iota in a lot of different ways. The only difference is that Iota can crit and Gnosis Nella really can't. So other than that, that's kind of it. Like, there's not really a lot else to go off with that. But what I will do is I will talk about her a little bit. First off, this is what her default costume is. This is what you'll get. This is the Battle Pass one that I did get. This is her beach skin. I like the hat, but yeah, it's a little revealing. That's fine though. That's what you guys are here for, you fucking pervs. Anyway, we're going over star level as we are trying to do a new thing, going over star levels. At 3-star, she gets her burst 2, which is what you'll get. At 4-star, you'll get plus 3% ally team effectiveness. At level 5, she'll get her burst level 3, and then at 6-star, she'll get another 3% ally team effectiveness, giving you, an additional 25 action points at the battle start. So you'll get 6% effectiveness. Nothing too crazy, but it is kind of helpful. She does have some pretty interesting skills, and I'm excited to talk about them. They are kind of cool. First off is Code Kepri. This is her S1. Reduces health of the caster by 10%, then attacks the enemy. Yes, she's hurting herself. Has a 100% chance to reduce priority of the target by 20%, so reducing and slowing down your target. Increases the damage dealt by this attack proportional to the caster's missing health. This caster cannot be defeated by health reduced from using the skill. So, by doing this, you can actually end up with getting her at 1 HP. It is kind of funny getting her to 1 HP. It doesn't happen very often because when she hits 1 HP, she kind of just dies. So, her S2, code Medjed, I believe, or Medhead, or whatever, however you would pronounce that. I apologize if I'm butchering it. Reduces health of the caster by 10%, once again, then attacks all enemies. Reduces priority of the target by 20%. Increases damage dealt by this attack proportional to the caster's missing health. Again, she can't be defeated from health by using this skill. And then as the burst effect, burst level 1 increases the damage. Level 2 increases her speed for a turn. And at level 3, increases immortality duration by 1 turn. Immortality is a skill in which she literally cannot die. She will be at 1 HP and then the buff will disappear. It is really, really cool. She does do some immortality stuff. And it's kind of cool. But if I'm sure you noticed, her S2 is just her S1 with extra steps. So, yeah. Anyway, going on to her S3, Code Anubis. So Code Anubis attacks all enemies and grants immortality to the caster for 1 turn. Additionally, has a 100% chance to inflict stunned on the enemy for 1 turn or for 2 turns when the enemy is granted invulnerability. Increases damage dealt by this attack proportional to her missing health. Once again, immortality, health cannot be reduced below 1. So it's a nice way to get through some invulnerability shields and to just stun them, which was really nice when Meva first got added. You saw a lot of Iota because you would just... Meva would pop her S3, put up the invulnerability barrier, you'd hit Code Anubis, stun everything for 2 turns, the invulnerability shield would go away in 1 turn, they'd still be stunned again, so then you could do some damage. And it was like you just always had that. But Nella makes it a little bit easier because she just removes the buff and then stuns them. This one was just kind of a way around it, if that makes sense. I'm working on that part. So essentially thinking of it, if you're directly comparing the two, Iota understood that the invulnerability happened and just stunned you for longer to get around the invulnerability. However, Nella said, oh, you're invulnerable, I don't care, get rid of it, and then stunned you anyways. that's the kind of difference between the two. Iota was a workaround. Nella was just a punch through kind of thing. Her exclusive equipment, Scepter of the Golden King, increases effectiveness to light by 30. I am sorry, I forgot to silence my phone. Whoopsies. It gives her immortality for 1 turn at the start of battle, and if you get it to +10, she gets 30 effectiveness. Nothing too crazy. Before I move up, I'm not going to forget this time. Please take a minute, go down to the comments, guess what kind of gear set we're running on her. And I'll give you a couple seconds to do that. Alright. If you're not done, pause. So we are running speed gear. I like speed gear on her because she already does have pretty high base effectiveness, considering. So I like running speed gear with effectiveness focuses, not effectiveness gear with speed focuses. I like the inverse. So all of this gear is realistically speed gear with some speed, or if it doesn't have any speed, it has effectiveness. I prioritize effectiveness first and then speed, but all of it has effectiveness and speed other than the helmet. This helmet just has some speed on it, but it works out. You also probably want some accuracy in there to make sure those debuffs are landing for those high evasion targets. I like Noblewoman's Guile. The reason why I like Noblewoman's Guile is because all of her skills, other than her S1, attack all enemies. And getting that extra debuff is kind of nice on bosses. I like having that extra debuff. Also, she doesn't really have many good weapons, in my opinion. I mean, if you look, gear, weapon, mage, she has Fire Fists, where she gets to reduce cooldown if she kills something. She's not really going to do that. Noblewoman's Guile, being able to inflict bleeding when she attacks everything. Thumping Knuckle Duster increases damage a little bit. That's nice. Last Hope increases the damage built of basic attacks. It's alright. And then Sublime Melody, inflict stun for 1 turn when attacking a single target. It gives you your ability to stun with your S1, but that's not really helpful, in my opinion. She has this one. That one's not bad if you're that far into the game. And then this one, Gorgon's Wrath, is alright. Bryesos, that one's not bad, but again, you have to be kind of farther into the game for that one, where I am not. So I don't even want to touch those because I have no idea. But yeah, her stat priority is going to look something along the lines of speed, effectiveness, accuracy, probably would be what I would do. And then if you want to, you can throw some crit chance on there or attack based on if you want to crit more often and get the bonus crit damage, or if you just want your flat attack to go up. It's really up to you with that one. She's, again, these are kind of some older units, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been around for a while. They're still very strong, but of course with games like these, the newer units are going to continuously get better and better skills that are going to overshadow these. And I think Iota and Nella are kind of the first example of that, in which Gnosis Nella is just a better Iota, unfortunately. And I wish that wasn't the case. I wish they still had some differences. I mean, they do, because like Iota does the whole health reduction thing and immortality. I don't know. Iota? I don't know. Don't ask me questions I don't have the answer to. God. I mean, they don't really have a lot of differences. I mean, Iota does the immortality thing with the health reduction, which is alright. But then Gnosis Nella does everything Iota does, except more, because she does unbuffable and stun. She doesn't do the priority reduction, but Gnosis Nella is just going to stun them easier. So it's hard to really compare the two of them, because I don't want to. Iota is still a good character in a lot of different stages. It's just that Gnosis Nella is kind of better. There are a few niche things that Iota does better. Like Sacred Guardian, Iota, in my opinion, is better. Alright, shut up. In my opinion, Sacred Guardian, Iota is better, but everywhere else, Gnosis Nella is just better. And that's unfortunate, considering the stage that we're in with this game of we just genuinely have straight up power creep. And that's the unfortunate part about having characters like Iota that exists that just gets so blatantly overshadowed by someone like Gnosis Nella. It's unfortunate, and I hope we can kind of stray away from this. Gnosis Nella was kind of the last new character that we got. Of course, we got Christmas Diane and Gnosis Beth, but other than these two are both very niche and very different. I mean, I guess you can compare Christmas Diane to Valentine if you really want to. I don't really think that they're all that similar. And then Gnosis Beth was just a completely new concept that I really, really like. But the problem is that Gnosis Nella came out and Iota basically got completely overshadowed almost immediately. And that's my biggest problem with it, is that they were very quick to just kind of go, here's this new character that's just an old character, but better. I mean, even if we just did a Gnosis Iota or a Monad Iota, like something like that, that would even make more sense. And just have it be better Iota, I would be fine with that. But the fact that we threw Gnosis Nella into it just because everyone likes Nella a little bit more than Iota, which I don't quite understand. It's just Nella was the first character that everyone was like, cool. And of course, I know they're building the story with Iota, with Nella, but they're also building it with Iota. I'm hoping the next character we get is a good Iota revamp, like a Gnosis or a Demiurge or something. With Iota, I think it would be really, really cool. I'm very, very hopeful about it. I would like to see Iota come back into the spotlight a little bit more. Just because she is one of those OG characters that was really here for the entire game, and I'd love to just see her come back. But with that, my rant over. I'm gonna leave this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I got a couple more coming out soonish, so stick around for those. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.